Do not believe it does, Your Honor.
All right. Before the court passes sentence, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Ms. McKay?
Your Honor, Ms. McKay is working full-time at Wendy's. So she has a job.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ms. McKay is working full-time at Wendy's, so she has steady employment. She looks forward to completing the domestic violence class once she gets the money together to do that, Your Honor. And I anticipate that District Court probation will find Ms. McKay very cooperative,
Okay.
continuing her probation.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yep, you get to go next.
Okay. And I have, because I know I'm on probation already, and I talked to my probation officer, and I'm gonna try to pay my fines off for my probation I'm on that next month. I am gonna try.
All right, where are you on probation already?
Yeah, yes, with Erica Williams.
Okay, but this is a new probation, right?
Yes,
Okay, so you've talked to Ms. Williams and you're gonna pay off the fines and costs owed on your old probation.
yes, and she wanted to recommend that I have a time limit to do that.
So I can't change the probation terms. It's misdemeanor probation. Obviously, they're recommending 12 months, but if you complete everything early, Ms. Williams can always submit to terminate your probation.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Ms. McKay?
No, ma'am. Just know that when you let me out, I have been working hard and trying my best to do everything I can.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you.
Okay, so in determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been said upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication for the law, and protection of society. All right, so it is the sentence of the court that you'll be placed on probation for a period of 12 months.
And what probation officer do I have to report to?
It'll be Miss Williams, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you'll be placed on probation for a period of 12 months. You're ordered to pay I'm gonna order that you pay $350 in court costs. There is a $75 crime victim rights fee, $60 in state costs. There's a law enforcement fee of $100.
Judge, did you say 60?
Say it again.
Was that 50 or 60?
It's a misdemeanor, so 50.
50.
And then I have to order $450 in court appointed attorney fees. I did cut $400 off your court costs to help a little bit. Now, during the term of probation, you're not to use alcohol or any controlled substances because of the nature of the offense.
Yes.
And you have to submit to regular and random drug screens, can't have any assaultive or threatening behavior. And then if they order a substance evaluation, you have to get that done. But then also the domestic violence counseling at Recovery Road, okay?
Okay.
Now, Ms. McKay, I wanted to just verify one thing. Hold on one second. Are you living in Lenawee?
Yes. 462 State Street. Apartment 4.
Okay, so we're going to mail to you 3 copies of your notice of right to appellate review. And in that envelope will also be a self-addressed stamped envelope. My staff will mark the one copy where they need you to initial and date it, just to acknowledge you received it. Fold that one up, put it back in the self-addressed envelope, pop it in the mailbox box back to me, okay?
Okay.
The other two copies are for you, and if you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out the information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. All right?
Okay.
And then I need you, when are we, Miss Adams, when are we telling them to report to district court probation?
You've been going with the next Thursday, which would be August 3rd.
Okay, now, so August 3rd, which will be next Thursday, you need to report to the probation department to see Miss Williams. And I need to clarify that you pled to, let me find your file. Just for the record, what else are here? Go. We pled you on 2 files. So let me see here. All right, so that'll be 12 months probation on file number 22-21047, and also 12 months probation on 21-323FH. And I will assess all the fines and costs on file number 22-21047FH. And I also forgot there is a $30 per month supervision fee that you'll have to pay to district court, okay?
Okay.
All right, Miss McKay, I wish you the best of luck, okay?
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank
Good
you,
luck,
ma'am.
Miss McKay.
Thank
And
you.
Miss McKay, was that address for Adrian or what city?
Adrian,
Thank you.
was it Adrian, Miss McKay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now we are back on the record with Mr. Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Malaro, were you able to have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Sullivan?
Yeah, Judge, I did speak with him. I made a phone call and then spoke with him again, and we are not going to dispute the recent conviction out of Wayne County.
What about, is that the only one we're disputing?
He had indicated there was, I think, a 2009 he disputed, but that's too far back for me to find out.
Okay, so Mr. Sullivan, you know, when the Michigan Department of Corrections runs their records, it does show that you and your number were on probation back in 2009 in Wayne County. Do you remember that?
I can't remember, to be honest, Your Honor.
So, Judge, he's 31. That would put him at 17. So, I mean, back then you got treated as an adult at 17, but that might be why he doesn't remember.
Oh, well, actually, it says well, no, he got HIDA. So, yeah, it says he completed HIDA. Did you go to prison, Mr. Sullivan?
No,
You never went to prison when you were 17, 18, 19, 20?
no,
You've never gone to prison, right?
no.
Miss Walsh?
Yes,
Okay, so that offense shows he pled under HIDA and went to prison. I think I would remember if I went to prison, but Mr. Malaro, I mean, I can adjourn this to look further because it counts in the guidelines,
I
so.
understand. I mean, we could do that, Judge. I can track it down.
I think I do remember being on 2009. I think I do remember being on probation, but I think I do remember being on probation.
You know, Judge, here's what I would suggest. This is Mr. Moore's case. I have talked to him a few times on this file. So I think it's probably best to adjourn it. Let him, when he gets back, I can talk to him and we can
Okay.
figure this out.
Miss Adams, when's my next available sentencing date? Oh, I got the book. Never mind.
Mhm.
Let me grab my own book. do this myself. All right. So, ooh, not that day. Becky, kill me. I got a review. So, Mr. Malaro, I could squeeze it in on August 11.
What's today? The 20, is that a
20.
Friday, Judge?
It's a Friday, August 11.
Yeah, okay, we can do it, I guess.
Okay, so Mr. Sullivan, I need you to make a note of this. That
Let me write it down.
I'm gonna move your sentencing to August 11 at 8:15, okay?
Okay, August 11th.
At 8:15, so you'll zoom into the same number as you did today, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Malaro, anything else on Mr. Sullivan?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sullivan. We'll see you back August 11 at 8:15.
Have a good weekend, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Mr. Malaro. All right, Miss
Okay.
Underwood, do you have Damien Wortley?
I do not have Mr. Wortley, Your
That's
Honor.
Oh, I forgot
That's
you
fine.
were
Yes,
over there
Your Honor.
lurking, Mr. Murphy. You're always so quiet. All right.
Well, I don't just chime on when it's not my turn.
All right, Mr. Wortley. Mr. Wortley.
Could I speak to Mr. Wortley briefly in a breakout?
Yep, let me bring him in and get him connected and call the case. So let me get him. Oh. Ugh. Mr. Wortley, can you hear me?
Yeah,
All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Damien Allen Wortley, file number 22-21195FH. I have Matt Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Wortley. I have Amanda Wagner appearing on behalf of the people. This is a date and time set for sentencing in this matter. Also, Mr. Murphy, he also had pled guilty, not guilty to a violation of bond conditions. And so that's still hanging out there as well. Do you remember that?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Wortley, Mr. Murphy would like a breakout room with you. So I'm going to open up a breakout room and I'm going to assign you and Mr. Murphy to that breakout room. Miss Adams, also, if you could tell the jail, they can line up Mr. Carter.
Okay.
And Miss Underwood, you have James Frank Crawford. And I received an email from the Lenawee County Prosecutor's Office that says, someone had asked if a writ was done on Mr. Crawford. And I do not see that anybody. All right, so it looks like Miss Mears sent an email within that said the sentencing was adjourned because a writ was not completed. Can you check and see if her MDOC is confirmed for tomorrow? And I do not see a writ to get Mr. Crawford here today.
Okay,
Your Honor, could I double check on that? I was told yesterday that we did do a writ for the sentencing for Mr. Crawford and the MDOC had confirmed it.
Okay, I just don't have it in the file.
Okay,
So,
yeah, if I could check real quick.
sure.
Thanks.
All right, and
Judge, there is one scanned in.
oh, okay, so there is a writ scanned in. So, and did MDOC confirm?
That's
As-
what our notes show, that Ms. Cates confirmed with MDOC that they received it.
Okay, so they didn't bring him though. So they may have confirmed it, but they did not bring him.
okay.
So, and so in the matter of Mr. Crawford, I guess we'll get another date.
Okay,
We gotta do another writ. How much time do we need to do that?
At least 2 weeks, I think, Your Honor.
Okay, so in-person sentencing, I got sentencing. You know, August 11th looks really good. For some reason, I don't have a whole lot of them. So can we do August 11 and try again?
Yes, Your Honor.
If by chance, Miss Underwood, he pops in, I will give you a call. But I will adjourn this to August 11 at 8:15. And the prosecutor will do another writ and hopefully we'll get him this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Did you have anything else, Miss Underwood?
I don't believe I do.
All right, thank you. And Miss Wagner, what were you here for this morning?
For Rowley, the
Okay.
Rowley sentencing.
Okay. All right, well. We will just wait a minute. All right, Mr. Murphy, you want me to close that breakout room?
Please, Your Honor. Thank you.
You know. Okay, all right. Mr. Carter, I just wanted to let you know we see you and we'll be with you next, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we are on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Damien Allen Wortley. Mr. Murphy, you received a copy of the pre-sentence report?
Yes, Mr. Worley has received a copy, Your Honor.
And you did too.
Yes, I
So,
did.
Mr. Wortley, have you had a chance to read and review the pre-sentence report?
Yes, I have.
Have you had an opportunity to review that pre-sentence report with your attorney?
Yes, this is breakout.
Say it again. Can you look at the phone and,
Yeah, I'm working too, so it's
well, I know, but you got to stop for a minute.
Yeah.
Because,
okay.
okay, and stand still. Because when you don't, your audio goes in and out.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Wortley, you had an opportunity to discuss the report with your attorney.
Yes.
You're satisfied with your attorney and the advice that he has given you.
Yes.
Mr. Murphy, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
No, Your Honor.
Does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exists any known constitutional defect?
No, Your Honor.
This is a misdemeanor, so guidelines do not apply. So before the court passes sentence, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Wortley?
Yes, Your Honor. In regards to this matter, Mr. Wortley, I mean, the situation, he pled no contest to the aggravated assault. The situation did involve, from my understanding, his brother-in-law at the house of his father, and it was a family dispute. He deeply regrets the situation. Obviously, we all understand family disputes. There's no, it's not just one person, things occur. But Mr. Wortley understands to avoid any contact with Mr. Clement in the situation. I'm actually going to ask the court to consider fines and costs in this matter. I don't know if it's necessary to use judicial resources to maintain Mr. Wortley on probation. I do believe that he understands to avoid Mr. Clement, and that if Mr. Clement wanted any further protection, he could request a PPO through the courts. But I don't believe, again, I don't believe that judicial resources are necessary. I believe that fines and costs, Mr. Wortley has been doing well since I've been in contact with him from this case. I believe he's good, he's employed. I believe he's path. I don't believe he's going to repeat this behavior. Again, if the court was to place him on probation, I believe he'd be well on there, but I don't believe it's necessary. I also didn't know if the court wanted me to address the contempt of court at this time or after sentencing.
You can address contempt of court at this time.
Your Honor, in regards to the contempt, Mr. Wortley was going to request a hearing because the contempt of court is for an allegation of violating bond conditions, those bond conditions being that Mr. Wortley was supposed to reside at an address on Summerfield Road, and the allegation was that he was at an address on US 12. And again, he wants to dispute that allegation. So I just wanted to make sure the court was aware that we were going to ask that to be set for a hearing. But in regards to sentencing, that was all I had to say further. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Wortley, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf?
just that I'm sorry this whole situation occurred, and I wish it could have come out different. But just, I'm sorry, and do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. Remain away from Shannon, and
Okay. All right, in determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principal proportionality, the statutory penalties, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been set upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication of law, and protection of society. Mr. Wortley, where are you working at?
I am working at Compass Cafe and Store in Seneca Drive in Montpelier, Ohio.
Okay, okay. All right, and you're working full-time?
Yes, right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it's sentenced to the court that you be placed on probation for a period of 12 months. You had no contact ever with Shannon Clement during that term of probation. There's $750 in court costs, $450 in attorney fees. There's $75 crime victim rights fee. There's $50 in state costs, law enforcement fee of $100. And then there is a $30 per month supervision fee. During that term of probation, the only requirements are that you not have contact with Shannon Clement and no assaultive or threatening behavior. So do you have any questions about that, Mr. Wortley?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Okay. So you do have the right to appeal this sentence. We're going to mail to you 3 copies of your notice of right to appellate review, along with a self-addressed stamped envelope. There's 1 copy that it's going to be marked for you to initial and date to acknowledge you received the paperwork. Go ahead and initial, date it, fold it up, put it back in the self-addressed stamped envelope, put it in a mailbox back to me, just so that we can have acknowledgement that you received that paperwork. If you wish to appeal your sentence, you would fill out the information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. I need you to report to the district court probation department next Thursday. We open at 8 a.m. So before 10 a.m. and they'll go through your probation terms, have you sign them and get you on your way. All right.
Okay.
Any questions, Mr. Wortley?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Wortley.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So
Your Honor.
let's go to Northtown. All right, so Mr. Carter. So this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan. Hold on 1 second.